All right. Hello, it's Rachel Archelaus. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. This is a very exciting day. And I think this is the first public live class I've had in my new house. So it's a little brown and it's perfect for showing off painting, so I love it. And I have a great big balcony and French doors in front of me to let in plenty of light for video. So it's quite perfect for what I do, and I'm very happy about that. So I hope you have new and exciting things going on in your life. Thank you so much for taking an hour out of your day to be with me and to learn how to make a soul portrait. And like I said, this is a great thing to do for Valentine's Day, and I know it's coming up on Saturday. And once you learn how to do this for yourself, which you're going to learn today, you'll be able to do this for a loved one and even a cat. If you saw my latest email, I did this for my cat baby, and it was really cool. It's not going to be totally the same if you're doing it for a person. Animals do have a certain kind of energy to them. We all know that, different animals have different personalities. And so it'll show that, it'll show their personality. But, learning your soul gifts, helping another person to find their soul gifts and really see them in front of them is such a cool thing to do. And so that's why I'm so excited to bring it to you today. I'm just going to give the people who are coming on a minute or two to get here. And so if you haven't already gotten your color sheet, you want to do that. Actually, I haven't gotten my color sheet yet, so I'm going to do that right now too. And that's really just a way for us to simply decode the drawing later on. So my form of intuitive drawing is different from everyone else's that I've seen, and we'll get into that. But the color sheet is really what makes it easy for you to read your drawing, and that's why it's so important to have. So I'm going to grab mine, you grab yours, and we'll meet right back here. And if you can't print it out or you can't get to the link to get it right now, that's okay. Just get an extra piece of paper and we'll do it together. So no worries, you can still watch, you can still participate if you don't have your color sheet. So grab your colors and your paper and everything that you'll need and meet me back here in Awesome. So I'm glad that you're situated. You've got everything. I get a lot of questions about my favorite kind of art supply for this, and I've told you it's the Prismacolor New Pastel. It's not necessary, but it does work the best for this technique. So now that you're all here, I would love to explain to you what intuitive drawing really is. So it's basically a form of channeling where you're bringing the energy that's outside of you, inside of you, and out onto paper. That's basically what channeling is. You're translating one source of energy into a different source of energy. So that means intuitive drawing allows you to ask questions of your higher self about the past, the present, and the future, and get information. It also allows you to tap into a physical object and get the essence or the vibration of that and put it onto a piece of paper. It also allows you to tap into something that's like constructed like a business and put that on paper. And I have a good example of that right here with this painting that's behind you. It kind of looks like a tree. That's a business painting. And so that is my year ahead in business. And it tells me stuff. It tells me about how I'm going to make my money and what vibration to carry myself in and how long things are going to take and the foundation that they've already built up. Intuitive drawing, and as you can use it with painting too, it really informs you of all the different layers of things. Because as we know, if we just think about ourselves and our problems and the way we manifest things in the world, it's not just one layer, right? There are reasons behind our behavior. Sometimes they stem from a past life even. Sometimes they stem from childhood. And all of these different layers add to our final outcome of what we produce in our life. So getting to see all of that really easily outside of our heads on a piece of paper is so liberating. And I think the best benefit of intuitive drawing is that we get all of this junk out of our heads, right? How many of you, and I do it too, walk around thinking about things like, I wish I had more money. I wish I had a better job. I wish I had better communication with my spouse. You know, I wish I could go on more holidays. And they just churn and churn, sometimes for years and years, and we don't do anything about it, but it's draining us. Like, we can actually feel ourselves get heavier when we think about it. Well, what if it didn't have to be that way? What if you could actually draw the stuff, like, how do I have better communication with my spouse? How can I afford to go on more holidays? Or what would my life look like if I had a different job? Now, I've gone so deep with some people as to draw out specific job interviews with them to see what it would be like if they got it and how their life would be like if they were in that job. So it may sound really overwhelming at this point, but intuitive drawing is a tool that you can use to really sort out any issue that you're having, or to gain information about things before they happen or after they happened. If you would go to a psychic and ask them something, you can do it yourself with intuitive drawing. Today, we're just going to do the soul portrait, which is going to allow you to channel your soul's essence onto paper so that you can see and feel and know what kind of special energies your soul has. And that is pretty cool in itself. But that is just the tip of the iceberg of intuitive drawing. So I just wanted to explain all of this stuff to you. It's really wonderful. And later on, I'm going to be telling you about a club you can join that I just started, where I'm going to teach a new drawing type, if you want to call it that, each month, a new live class of how you can use intuitive drawing in your life to help solve your problems and to be happier. And it's in a whole community, so there are other intuitive artists in there who can help you decode your drawings, and we'll do practice hours together where we all get in a hangout and we draw the same drawing and we help each other decode, and we really build our skills and really bond with community. I've been doing this already with my Certified Intuitive Artist Training program, but that is a really professional program. It's for people who want to do this as their career, which is awesome, but it's expensive, and I'm putting some final touches on that. It's going to be even more expensive. So I wanted to give the people a way to learn intuitive drawing who don't want it to be their profession, who just want to do it for themselves, and their loved ones if they'd like. And so I created this club, which I'll tell you more about later. I know I'm getting excited, but it's definitely not as expensive as the certification, and it's an ongoing thing that you can cancel anytime. So it's not a huge commitment. It's more like, as long as it's enhancing your life, you get to keep it. Kind of like cable and Netflix and all those other services that we love so much. So I would love to tell you just a teeny tiny story about how I came into this, because it's kind of unique. And I think my mom is watching this, so hey Mom, this is going to be about you. When I was younger, I loved to paint and draw, and I could just sit in the corner for hours and amuse myself. And I often did. And one birthday for my mom, I got a little paper mache box from the craft store, and it was just, like craft colored brown, and I was painting it. And it was a little square, and I remember I painted, 4 corners. There were different colors, and then I put a little black X in the middle, and so you had these 4 quadrants divided by an X. and one of the colors was coral. It was really pretty, but you know, abstract, pretty basic stuff. And I was sitting on the floor, leaning up against my bed, like a little kid does. And I looked down at it and I was like struck automatically by knowing what it meant. This painting was explaining to me her mental state. And even though I was 11 and I didn't really understand what information I was getting, I knew it was important and I knew I needed to tell her about it. And basically what I saw was that she was compartmentalizing her problems. So basically, if she had a problem with my dad, she would keep that in a little box. And if she had a problem with work, she would keep that in a little box. And her creativity and her happiness, she'd keep that in a little box. So everything was safe and separate. And like I said, I don't think I knew what compartmentalized meant, but I could read the energy of the drawing. And I went to her and I told her this, and she was kind of floored that this was happening and that I could read the painting and that what I said to her was so true. And so from that point on, I just took off with this and I started painting everything. I painted things and places and people and problems and issues, and it was just amazing to me how accurate it was at channeling and really sinking into that divineness that we all have, that we're all a part of, and getting the most accurate, you know, future past life information that I've ever seen. And so I just continued to use this as a tool for myself for my entire life. And when I was about 22, I wondered if I could teach this. So I wondered if it's just a special gift that I have or if it's something that everybody can do. And so I went to my mom and I had her do the process that you're going to do today with the colors and the drawing and the decoding. And lo and behold, she got excellent information. And then I realized I have to share this with everybody. So for about 10 years now, I have been teaching this style of intuitive drawing, and I've never seen it quite the same way. And so you are, you know, really the first group of people who are actually going to have this class, the soul portrait class, and get the opportunity to do it in a really structured way after this. This club has never I've never had a, you know, partly digital, partly live intuitive drawing course before either. So this is quite groundbreaking for me in bringing this out to the world, and also for you because you're here and I'm so glad. And I'm actually going to be doing a reading for you after this class, after I explain about the club later. So stick around. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I have a separate computer here so that I can read your comments and answer your questions at the end. And I'll be picking someone just randomly who's made a comment to do a reading for. So I'll do a soul portrait drawing for you, and I'll decode it on the air, and you can comment and interact with me. So without further ado, I think I'm going to get into the process for you so that you can really walk away knowing how to do this for yourself and for other people. So grab your color sheet. You know, my color sheet is out of order of yours, which is kind of silly, I know, but you can jive with me. So grab a pen or one of your colors and just start to relax. Just start to breathe. You can move around if you need to. But we want to get into like a meditative, really relaxed state for this. And if I ever look over to the side, I'm just checking the comments. Awesome. So it looks like a lot of you are here. I'm really glad. Okay. So just relax. Breathe into your belly. Just let go of all this stress from the day. Make a deal with your mind that you'll come back to it after the hour is over. You get a break. And feel the tension leave your muscles. Think of the air as a fiber that's drawing out all of your tension. And with every exhale, more and more tension leaves. And with every in-breath, you're more in the moment. You're more current. Sensations are crisper. Your vision is crisper. You're more here. So keep breathing until you're fully relaxed. And if you have some parts of you that just don't want to let go, just send them love. It's okay. So what I'm going to do is bring you through each color and let you become the color. And what you're looking for is any kind of perception of how you're feeling with that color. So if we're doing red, and you're becoming red, and you notice that you're feeling angry or you're feeling excited, you want to write that down. So emotional words, descriptive words, that's what you're looking for to come up. It's okay if they contradict, just write them down. It's okay if you have 2 words for one color and 17 words for another color. That's totally okay. So the first color that we're going to do is red. So just imagine that your whole room is filling up with the color red. And that each time you inhale, you're inhaling the color red. It's going into your body, filling you up, and seeping into every single cell. And as you become a fully red person inside and out, you'll notice that you feel like a red person now. You think as a red person thinks. You have emotions of a red person. And just notice what they are and write them down. You are red now. How does it feel? And now as we come to the end of being red, we exhale all of that redness. We release it back into the room. And now the room is the color pink. So with a pink room all around you, each inhale brings pink further into your body and allows you to become a pink person. Your hair, your skin, your nails, everything is pink, including your emotions and your thoughts. How does it feel to be pink? You wake up and you're pink. What's your first thought? What does it feel like? As you take your last few breaths as a pink person, you really get into that feeling of what it's like to be pink. You take note of those emotions and those feelings. And then you exhale all the pink out. And on your next in-breath, you take in the color orange. As you breathe in the orange, you notice it definitely feels different than red and pink. Orange is totally new. From your toes to your top of your head, you're a completely orange person. You feel orange and you think orange. What is that like? As you get ready to say goodbye to the orange version of you, savor those last moments. And when you're ready, you exhale the color orange, letting it go. And you make space for the color yellow. On your next breath in, you deeply inhale the color yellow. You let it transform your body and your emotions into being a yellow person, inside and out. And as you transform into being yellow, notice how you feel. What does it feel like to be yellow? As you become done with being a yellow person, you exhale and you inhale the color green. The world around you is green, and you become a green person yourself. Every part of you is green. Every cell in your body. And you notice how you feel as a green person. And when you're ready, you exhale. Go back to neutral. You inhale the color blue. Blue swirls around inside your body, transforming you from the inside out into a completely blue person. How do you feel being blue? How is it different from the other colors? Breathe it in and allow your body to tell you. When you're done with blue, you can let it go back into the room and inhale the color purple. Purple is there for you. It's becoming you. You are a purple person. What is it like to be purple? Every cell in your body is purple. What is that like? As purple makes its final swirls around, forming you, that last feeling, you release it back into the room. You inhale the color black. Black comes into your body and is absorbed by every single cell. And you now become a black person. What is it like to be black? How does it feel? Just let your body tell you. And when you're ready, you can exhale the color black and inhale the color white. White replaces the black, and you can feel the difference. How does white feel? What does a white person think and feel? Now, as you release the color white, notice that your room is now filled with the color gray. And with each breath you take, you bring in the color gray, allowing it to take over your thoughts, your feelings, your body. And you become a gray person inside and out. What does it feel like to be gray? Just let your body tell you. And as you finish up with gray, and you're ready to let it go, the breath after that is brown. Brown comes into your lungs, and it circulates through your body. You become a brown person. What is it like to be brown? How does it feel? Just let your body explain. Notice your emotions. And when you're all set with that, you can release brown. Just exhale it out. Clear up your room so that it's not a big rainbow, though you can leave it there if you want to. And just relax. You just did a lot of work there. It's okay if you got more for one color than another. It's okay if you don't feel like it was perfect. There's no wrong or right here. And over time, your color sheet will evolve, though it'll mostly stay the same. So a lot of people ask me, do I have to do this every single time I draw? The answer is no. I've had basically the same color meanings for the entire time that I've done this, and I've been doing this for like over 20 years. And they've shifted a tiny bit. They've been honed, but now they're basically the same. So you will keep this, and though it may get a little crisper over time, you can still use the same thing, and you don't have to repeat this process ever again if you don't want to. So you've just done that part. You spent a lot of time on it, I know, and now all I want you to do is turn it over because you don't need it for this step. Now we're going to be doing the drawing part. So this is actually the easiest part, and this is the part that most people are really afraid of. So I want to ease your mind. You don't have to worry. And all I want you to do is grab one of each color from your color sheet. So yeah, you can turn it over again. Grab one, so like grab one blue, grab one pink, grab one red, and it doesn't matter what shade, just whatever you personally like, just so that you have one representative, and put them in a pile on the side of your dominant hand. So when I draw, I keep mine over here because I'm right-handed, because here's something really cool. We're gonna do this with our eyes closed. So you wanna make it as easy as possible for you to grab the color and go over to your paper. So just put them in a pile, and I'll give you a sec to do that. Okay, awesome. So now that your colors are easily accessible, what we're going to do is we're going to connect with the part of us that's going to give us this information. So in this case, you can call it pretty much, anything you want. Some people call it God, your higher self, your intuition. You can even ask a spirit guide, whatever resonates with you as being the truth. So we all have access to this divinity, right? To this all that there is, all-knowing, omniscient thing. Whether you think it's you as a multidimensional being or you think of it as God, doesn't matter. So just know that we're going to connect with that now. And what we're going to do is draw your soul essence. So for this part, you're going to just set the intention. Okay, I connect to my higher self, and I am now going to draw my soul essence. That's basically it. There's no formal rules here. All you want to do is just have that intention in mind, and then you're going to just do your drawing. But wait for 1 second. I'm going to show you how first. So don't worry, I'm not throwing you off the cliff. So the intention is the most important part, though, because that basically connects us out into the ether with what we want to draw. It's like going to Google and typing in a really specific search term. That's going to give you awesome results, right? So if you were to search for watermelon radish, that's a really specific thing. And if you type that in, you're going to get pictures of a watermelon radish and, places to buy it. You're going to get how to farm it, how to grow it. And it's going to be really relevant to that search term. Well, that's all we're doing here. We're just going to the all that is and putting in a really relevant search term so that we get a really specific drawing that we can later decode. So that's it. It's not magic. It's just really specific. And the power of that is just unbelievable. So after you do that and after you start, I let you go on your own, this is kind of what it's going to look like. I'm going to show you. So there's really 3 things to look for. One is the feeling to start. So after you make your intention, you're going to feel like putting your hand out. And what I want you to do when that happens is make your hand your brain. So this guy rules everything. Nothing is going on up here. You don't have to hold the intention. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to look at anything. In fact, you're going to have your eyes closed. You're not going to judge. You're not going to see a picture in your head and then draw it. You're just going to totally let go. And so you're going to feel that initial start feeling. And this is kind of what it's going to look like. It's going to look like really fast scribbles. And then you're going to feel change color. So when you feel change color, your hand's automatically going to go back, put that color down, pick up another one, and you're going to do more scribbles, okay? And then you're going to, keep going for as long as you need. Just listen to your hand, and then you'll feel, oh, I'm done. You'll feel the stop. So again, you'll feel start, change color, and stop. It's going to happen very quickly. You don't have to worry about what it looks like, or if you pick up the same color twice, that's going to happen. That happens really often, actually. So don't worry about that. You cannot screw this up. And in fact, I have taught this to hundreds of people, like even really analytical people, like, lawyers and doctors and all sorts of, bankers and stuff who are really in their left brain, and all of them can do it. So don't worry. You don't have to be special to do this, although you're all special anyway. So that is the drawing part, and that's how easy it is. So right now, we're going to get to it. So take just a nice breath and relax. Release all your expectations. You don't need to have any. This is just about process, not about the end product. And connect to whatever you call it. I call it my higher self. So higher self, I'm going to draw my soul essence now, and that's what plugs you into it, allows it to come through. And then remember, the hand is your brain. Right? So I'll give you a few minutes to do that. I know that it's hard to comment. I didn't know the Showcase app was on, which is what's making it so hard. So if one of you knows how, when you're done, just type in, done, so I know and we can move on. So go forth. Fabulous. It looks like a lot of you are done. I'm just going to give one more minute for those who take a little bit longer. There are always a couple, and that's okay. Some of you are saying that it's really beautiful. That's awesome. Roseanne, I bet it is. Roseanne is an amazing, just all around intuitive and guide. Thank you, Sarah, for tagging this event. I'm a little bit new to Google Plus. I use it all the time, but I'm not really familiar with the ins and outs, so thank you. Thanks, Amy and Carrie, for all your help with, notifying me about the Showcase app and how you can outsmart it by opening a new window. I love you guys. All right, so awesome. I'm so happy to see you guys have done this. And so now you see how easy the drawing part is, and now we're going to get to decode it. So this is really the fun part. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your color sheet and turn it over so that you can see it. And just really allow yourself to be open for a moment and take in whatever you see. So the shapes mean something and the colors mean something, but your own intuition, even before we get into the colors, will kind of inform you, right? So I'll give you mine as an example. What do you see right away? It's kind of like a wave form, right? So there's a wave here. It even looks like there's an ocean underneath it. And, you may not be able to see the colors very well because there's a big window in front of me, but there's yellow on the side, and it kind of could be the sun and some clouds behind it. So even though I haven't even used the intuitive drawing skills yet, you can see that it has movement and dimension, and you get a sense of power from it, like this big tsunami is moving forward. And honestly, if I look at my life and what I'm doing and the work that I do, I've always wanted to be that. I've always wanted to have that powerful force. And I do get feedback that I have that when I'm really in my power. So as you look at yours and as you identify the shapes and we go through the colors, just honestly reflect, have people told me this about myself? Is this, something I can really accept now? Because when you can see your soul gifts and really accept them and put them into your life and own them, you're unstoppable because you're now working with soul energy behind you. The whole energy of the universe is coming through you and you're allowing it to just flow, kind of like a wave. And that's when you really become magnetic and your life becomes more effortless. And I'm getting excited again, but that's what I do. So the next step really, after your initial intuitive look, is you want to look at your color sheet, and on a separate piece of paper or actually on your drawing, you want to write down what your colors mean. And so right here on the side, I have yellow. And for me, that's joy. It's like happiness and joy and just kind of that pure innocence that kids have, that like wonder. And so if I was new, I would write down joy right here. In fact, I will. Joy. So it allows me to have my, my left brain involved in the process, because what we did was very creative and open, and now we're getting a little more analytical and grounded. So you can write down that, and then my orange, which is right next to it, it's a mental color. It's like thinking and planning and, kind of what we're doing right now, teaching, coming up with activities, and I do love that. So just go through your drawing and write it down, and if you have contradictory words, it's okay. Use your intuition to see if one word is better than the other, or you can also write two down. Because like I said, this is deep. We go really deep with this stuff. It's not just one layer of anything. And so even if you have a negative word and you're going to put it on here, it's okay, because it can often just tell you where you're not allowing your soul essence to come through. Whatever message you need to get is going to be given to you. And I know all my certified intuitive artists are like waving their hands right now, because we did this exercise this morning where someone got a drawing they weren't expecting, and we really saw how it was the most beneficial thing for her to know about herself. So it's all self-knowledge, it's all good. So just whatever you have, write it down. Dabak 24 says she keeps her eyes closed, yes, and I keep mine open, just because I've been doing it for so long, and I've learned not to judge the colors, and I don't look at the colors when I pick them. So if you can muster that, go ahead and keep your eyes open. But for beginners, I highly recommend you keep your eyes closed, because your mind is not what you want picking the colors. You want the thing with the eyes everywhere to pick the colors. You want your divine self to pick the colors, not you. Okay. So after you're done doing that, you just want to take it in, you know? We don't have time to do a lot of decoding today. Amber says, whoa, that's awesome. So I just want to quickly bring you through mine and what it says so that when you are going back to do yours more, you have something to go with. So like I said, my yellow is joy. My orange is a mental color like planning or teaching. This red and this red down here is all about passion and action. And all of the blues are a healing color for me. And this gray, which is the foundation of the waveform, is my spirit color. So how I'm reading my soul gifts out of this is that I allow my spirit and the spirits I speak with, you know, my guides, my angels, my higher self, to power me forward, and I allow that spirit energy, my fuller dimensional energy, to guide me in the right direction and allow me to really leverage my humanity. We can only do so much as humans, but if we allow ourselves to really be guided and used by spirit, and Oprah even does this, she says, God use me today, every single day. That's what I'm talking about. So my soul gift is the ability to do that, to open up, to let myself be guided. And then my more humanity parts, how it shows up in the world, is that I have a lot of passion and a lot of action. I do a lot, and I love teaching, and it brings me joy. And how it works with other people is what happens is I get healed when I allow this to happen. When I allow myself to just get out of the way, listen to spirit, listen to my higher self, do my classes, teach, get out there, be passionate and active. I heal myself, and I also heal others around me. So this is showing me exactly who I am, and it's no surprise because intuitive drawing rocks. So when you're looking at yours, and you'll do it more later, I hope that you really spend some time and go into it, since this is your first time, most of you. Let it speak to you, let it really inform you and feel in your body, do I feel good about this? And if you don't, take it as a sign that maybe this is just what you have in place that's blocking all of this to come forward. So I'm happy to answer questions afterward. I will stick around, and hopefully we can make the chat easier. I don't know how, but if you write me on Google+, I'll find you and answer it. And you can always, take a snapshot or scan your picture and put it in the comments so that I can see it too, and so we can all kind of celebrate what you've done, which is awesome. Thank you for doing this. And then once you get, really, once you're confident about this and you feel like you want to do it for another person, feel free to do it as, a Valentine's gift for someone. Show them their soul. Show them how much you appreciate who they really are inside. That's just such a cool gift. So I want to quickly tell you about the club. I won't spend a lot of time on it because I really want to do a reading. So if you get a chance and you want to be part of the reading, just comment. I know it's difficult. I'm very sorry about that. Comment, and I'll pick someone randomly to do a reading for them in about a minute. But if you see the link on my little banner there, intuitiveartacademy.com/club, and club is just all lowercase, you can check out what the club is. Basically, I've told you about it. It's a month-to-month subscription. It's $28 a month, and you get to learn a new skill from me every single month. So I use intuitive drawing for everything. How can I get more clarity about who I am? This is a good one for that. How can I find a real, true love? How can I learn to love myself more? How can I be, unconfused about all of the things that are going on in my head? You could do big general ones too. There's also roadmaps that we can do. Show me a roadmap to having this thing that I want, whether it's a car, a house, or a new career. Or, how am I going to feel if I switch jobs? Or can I possibly start the business I've been wanting to start for 10 years? And how would it look? And you can drill down and go deeper into all of this. And as you've seen, it only takes a minute or two to do a drawing, and then you can ask another question. So what it does is it allows you to have this special language with the all that is, with God, with the higher self, and it allows you to stop feeling frustrated and just get the answers already. Like, how many of us just walk around with all these unanswered questions in our heads and these desires, when all we need to do is either draw the map to get there, or draw the possibility of it, or get more information. So anything you would go to a psychic for, you can do yourself with this. On the club page, which you can see, I have 3 people telling you what intuitive drawing has done for them. And hands down, it's clarity about everything and a deeper connection with your intuition. So people are learning about themselves. They are really finding so much more value in who they already are. They're developing their own skills and talents. And I don't want to leave you out anymore, even if you don't want this to be your career. So that's what the club is for. So if you join, you get practice hours with live people each month where we get together in a Google Hangout and we can talk to each other, not like this, where we can actually talk to each other, show each other the drawings, help each other decode drawings. It's a big, big, awesome thing when you're learning intuitive drawings, to get help. And you can even do readings for each other, which is what we often do. And there are multiple practice hours a month, so that if you can't make one time, you can probably make the other. And they're all recorded so that you can watch them again. And like I said, you get a free class included each month with me. And the price of the club is less than the price of one live class with me. So you're getting all of these really cool benefits, and with, you know, a really modest price. And you can cancel anytime. So it's not like you have to sign up for a year. You can test it out, see if you like it for a month, and then go from there. The other thing I just want to say quickly is that I do have some advanced classes already in there. So if you want more help decoding, like what do the shapes mean? What do the layers mean? You know, how can I really get the most out of this drawing? There's really advanced pre-recorded classes in there to help you get a really good foundation for intuitive drawing, so that you can make the most out of it and really feel really confident in your own abilities. So check out the club. It's really great. I'm so super excited about it. And you can just go to the link on the bottom of my little video here and sign up. I can't wait to meet you in there. Oh, and the coolest thing about it is that it's inside a Google community. So you don't even have to log in. You don't even have to remember a password or anything. You just have the link, and once you have access to it, you just go there. It's private, so it's very safe. You can air your feelings or talk about your spouse, and it's not a big deal. No one else will ever see it who's not a member. So super easy, super fun. And I know I may keep you a few minutes over, but I really want to do your reading. So I'm going to pick someone right now. So excited. Oh, a good question. Do you ever relate the chakras to the colors selected? Yes, I do. You don't have to, but you can. What I love to do is go with what you wrote down first, and then let the chakras be a secondary thing. Because how you feel about the colors tells you more about your personal situation than any outside definition. So very good question. Thank you for that. Okay. So Barbie asks, what does black mean? Black means whatever it means to you. So listen to the part again where we do the meditation, where you become the colors, and then you'll be able to figure out what your black means. All right, I picked somebody, Marie Frigone. I hope I'm saying your name right. If not, you can let me know. So Marie, I'm going to do your soul portrait, and so yeah, feel free to comment. I can read it. It's a little bit of a delay, but I will get your comments And let me know how you feel about the reading so that everybody knows that this is really awesome. Okay. Okay. Fabulous. So glad. I'm glad you're excited, Marie. Okay. So here it is, and I'm going to pull it back just so that I can read it a little bit better, but I want you to see what it looks like. Okay. So Marie, this is telling me that you have tons of enthusiasm and excitement, but that your way of imparting wisdom and knowledge is kind of under the radar. It's like very grounded. So people may mistake you for somebody who's just kind of like a Pollyanna or someone without substance. But it's just because you know how to deliver it really smoothly and in a really grounded way. So purple is my spirituality color. It's also like a wisdom color, and it's surrounded by brown. So you're contained in this really grounded, kind of like normal person energy, but you are bursting with joy and, there's the mental color again, but you go beyond just like teaching and planning. You're such a beautiful, clear spirit. And we all have met people who we think have just one layer, right? They're just on the surface, but you go way deep and you deliver people that real knowledge and care that they need in a way that's non-confrontational. So that is awesome. This raspberry color up here is more of that excitement, more of that like kind of bounciness. And just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. I fall in love with you when I see this energy. Like, doesn't it just look like you want to give this person a hug? I know you may not be there yet with this being your own language, but I am. And I really love the subtlety of you. Like, you have your moments of bouncing up and down. You have your moments of just being really calm and really centered. And people do seek you out for your advice. But for the most part, you're just like, you're just this like subtle, enthusiastic powerhouse of a person, and I love it. So awesome. Thank you so much. If I get more, because we're doing this live, I will let you know. But that's the essence of what I get from you. So don't let anyone ever tell you that you don't have more depth to you, because you absolutely do. It's just housed in this really grounded package. Cool. So Jojimar, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. How are you doing that? What was your intention in doing a reading for someone? So when I'm doing a reading for someone else, it's doing the same thing as I do for myself. I just say, okay, higher self, I'm going to draw Marie's soul essence. That's it. So there's a lot of really great ways to frame questions, which is what I teach in the club if you want to join me. Because like I said, the really big part of this that you want to get is you want to be as specific as possible. So if you go to Google and you type in something like what is a reading or who is Marie, we'll get so many different answers that just are garbage, kind of. We wouldn't, they're not useful to us. But if we know the right way to say things to get the absolute perfect answer for what we're looking for, it's so much easier to read it. So like I said, we will be doing all of that in the club. I hope you can join me. Marie says, wow, thank you so much. Thank you for offering to be read. I only do it when people give me permission. It's kind of a good way to go if you're going to be doing this for other people as well. Though if it's a loved one, you know, you can kind of just ask yourself, would they be okay with this, and go for it. If it's a present, it's not that big of a deal. If you guys have any more questions for me, I'm really happy to answer them. I will stick around here. It looks like you can comment. You guys are really smart. But other than that, thanks. I'm really glad that you are here. I love sharing this with you. And I really do hope to see more of you very soon, and get to know you and help you draw and ditch the confusion. You know, I don't know what my life would be like without intuitive drawing. I use it to help me make decisions in my business, in my personal life, all the time. It's like my second brain. Like we said, our hand is our brain. It is my second brain. It helps me get clear. As you can see around me, I make paintings of things and I decode them. So yeah, I will not speak anymore, but I love you guys. You can practice this as much as you want. To watch the replay, just click on the video after it's ended and it'll start right from the beginning. So thank you, I love you, and stick around in the comments. I will be around. And if you're watching the replay, then thanks for watching and join the club. All right, bye guys.